Now, here's your first alert weather forecast with meteorologist Jason Livia.
While it's been pretty warm today, overall it's been relatively pleasant. Now, heading into the next few days, it is going to start heating up just a little bit more. Right now, the cold front moved through the Mid-Ohio Valley earlier today, so while we're still warm, we're not exactly all that humid across the Mid-Ohio Valley. But as we start getting into this weekend, we're looking at temperatures getting up into the low 90s, really starting by tomorrow and then lasting into early next week, peaking on Sunday and Monday when the heat index looks to be getting around the mid 90s because of a little bit of a build back in the humidity heading into late this weekend into early next week. But at least for the next couple of days, especially for the start of the Parkersburg homecoming, it'll be hot, but it won't be oppressively hot. And because the humidity isn't expected to get too high, we're looking at only about minor to moderate heat risks throughout this weekend and into early next week. So it is still going to be important to keep yourself cool and hydrated throughout this weekend, but it doesn't look like it's going to be really detrimental to the health. Now, looking further into next weekend, we're going to be getting back into normal conditions for this time of year, getting back to the mid 80s, possibly low 80s, but the heat wave will be coming to an end in a few days. Now, right now we're at about 87 degrees looking out over downtown Parkersburg on the HiMark Skycam. Winds coming in from the west-northwest at about 7 miles an hour, which has kept us from hitting that 90-degree mark throughout the day. Now, heading into this evening, we'll still be in the upper 70s for the next couple of hours, but we'll be getting down into the low 80s by around 8 and then getting into the 70s heading into this evening. We'll see clear skies throughout most of the night tonight, with a low getting down into the low 60s because of that cold front and the winds coming in from the north, with a little bit of patchy fog possible in the early morning hours of tomorrow. Now, looking into tomorrow, the 90-degree mark is looking right around the middle of the Mid-Ohio Valley. So if you're basically north of US 50 in Parkersburg, you have a lesser chance of hitting 90 than if you lived south of US 50, especially down towards Jackson, Meigs, and Wirt counties. Now, heading into the rest of the week after tomorrow hitting 90, we'll see temperatures mostly in the low 90s with heat index values getting into the low to mid 90s throughout the weekend. So while we're not looking at anything oppressively hot this weekend, it is still going to be pretty warm, and we're not looking at any more showers until mid next week. That'll do it for weather. Back to you, Andrew.